So walking like itself, you could fox walk and everything like that, but unless you know how to move, move and conceal your sound, the fox walking alone it's not gonna be that efficient, I believe. What you want to do is wait for noises. When, like, if you're around, like right now the wind's blowing, so this would be a time that you start moving. And then once the wind stops, you're gonna be moving slow. Once the wind stops, that's when you're gonna stop and you're gonna listen. You're gonna listen and pay attention to everything that's around you, and give it about maybe like 45 seconds, a minute, even 5 minutes, whatever it takes. Just wait and listen, like see what's around. So you never know, somebody might have heard you, an animal might have heard you. Just like outwait them. And when you're comfortable knowing nothing's around and you hear another sound, you hear a wind, a vehicle or whatever, you hear people talking, a radio, music, start moving again, start fox walking. Step on the front of your foot and then roll down. It's like kind of like when you're a kid and you sneak around on your toes and everything. So it's like that. So you come on your front and then you just slowly you roll down. You feel what's below you, and if you're gonna end up feeling, if you feel like a plant or something like that that's gonna crack, that's gonna snap, you could just lift you don't have to proceed with the full step. You could just lift your foot again and move it, and then find a better spot to come down and go slowly. If you move in the morning, the ground's gonna be moist, and so there's gonna be a lot more cushion within the leaves and stuff. It's gonna make a lot less of a crunch, so you're gonna be able to stalk a lot better. And what I mean by stalking, it's gonna be your prey. It's like it could be an animal, it could be a targeted person, and so, or you could be trying to escape evasion. So like you're gonna move, like I said, you'd want to move with the wind, any kind of sound that's going on, like the quaking of leaves. And to go a step further, you could conceal your scent. Say like you're hunting, what you want to do is you want to cover your scent. You're gonna smoke all your gear. You're gonna get some punk wood. Light it up, kind of like if you were smoking a hide, but instead of your hide, what you're gonna end up your animal skin, your fur, your pelt, whatever. You're gonna put your gear. You're gonna put, say you have like traps or something like that. You can smoke your traps, so that way it covers the human scent. You could smoke like you can smoke your clothes, just briefly, nothing too heavy because you don't want to burn them. And what you're doing is you're masking, you're destroying your old scent and creating a natural one. And so like for like your human scent, you could get you could get herbs, put them underneath your pits while you sleep, and that way it's gonna help cover like your natural body odor. Sleeping on pine boughs, spruce, whatever it is. Spruce is gonna be a little more. It's gonna poke you a little more. But like if you could put something down on top of it, the scent's still gonna rise up, and you're gonna end up coming out smelling like that. So you'll have the smoke and the pine scent, and you're gonna be, or whatever the local herb is that has a strong scent, and that's what you're gonna be moving around smelling as. So like an animal is not gonna think much if it smells that. It's something that's not uncommon compared to like if you were pumping gas, you had the scent of gas on your hands, the gasoline. Maybe you brushed your teeth, now you have the scent of toothpaste in your mouth you just ate, and so you're looking to mask these scents. And like what you could do too is your silhouette, you're gonna want to cover that. So like you don't want to be on top of a hill or anything like that. It's not gonna have like some sort of backing. Like you don't want to end up being in that situation, because if you're on a hill, it's gonna end up showing your silhouette. Like it's gonna show like your shadow, like your body's shadow, and it's gonna burn you out. And also you want to be careful where you're resting. Make sure that there's no, if you're like in an area with scorpions and all that, you might want to keep moving, or have your what you want to do is tuck in your shoelace, your socks and your pants. That way you have nothing surprising you coming up your pants. Tuck your shirt in. If you can, cinch down your sleeves, and it's gonna create less opportunities for a scorpion to come into your clothing. And you could also like, if you feel like there's somebody who might have saw you, stay still. You're gonna stay still. You're not gonna move. It's likely they might not have seen you. That their focus is on something else. If you don't have bright colored clothes, moving around at night, it's said that purple is actually a really good color to conceal yourself at night, rather than like just like people think like black. They say that purple is actually a good color. And for concealing like your skin, you're gonna have shine on your nose, your forehead, your cheeks. Say you have like oily skin, you're gonna end up having like a natural shine to yourself. So you want to cover that also. So what you do is you get dirt. You get like dirt from the ground. You can put it on your skin. You can get ashes as well. Put the ashes on the charcoal. Crush up some of the black charcoal. Put that on. You could get some mud. Put it on as well. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start concealing that shine to your skin, and you're gonna have more of a flat color to yourself. So that way, like when you lean up against something, it's gonna conceal you better. You're gonna end up being able to cover your look, and you wanna limit items that are gonna be dangling. Like, so say you have a neck knife, or say you have a knife. Use it as a neck knife. Tuck it inside your shirt, so that way there's going to be less clapping around. Your shirt's going to hold it down. Say you have binoculars. Avoid using your binoculars. Like if you're facing the sun, the binoculars, you're going to end up seeing a reflection. You're going to see a reflection from the screen. And like, what you can do too is carry around like jerky or something like that. Like make like a fish jerky. And then if there's a dog or anything, you could end up passing it to the dog. Like, if there's like a dog like that's like giving you that's tripping over you, you give them a little piece of food, and then it's gonna calm down. Like once you start feeding an animal, they're gonna see you not as a threat, as somebody with food, and that's actually got me through a lot of experiences with that. And then as well, it's like you can use it to trap animals. Animals, they're crazy for jerky, especially the fish jerky. Like you just go crazy for it. Yeah, like you carry around like a little peanut butter, not to eat, just set it on a trap. Maybe a couple kibbles. And you could bait traps with that. A lot of animals are gonna go for that. Your raccoons, your rats, your possums, your skunks, even your canines, your coyotes and all that. But you realistically, like, good luck trying to catch a coyote. Yeah, so let's go ahead, eat this last one up, and we're gonna keep moving. Yeah, next time what I'll do is I'll end up making it. And I'll do something a little nicer with it, a little more presentable. It's still good like this. I don't have an issue with it. Valentina. Bam. Just topple it up like everything else. So your wild sunflowers, they're not going to get this big. They're a lot smaller. But you can do the same thing with them. The entire plant's edible. Like with a sunflower. Look. You see this on top, it holds your pot. You also nest inside. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my seeds. You know what? I'm gonna put my seeds in a bandana. I feel like a bandana is one of the most useful things that you can carry on you. You never know what you're gonna have to hold. So like with this, I could use it to bait animals, squirrels. I use it to bait squirrels, birds, the quail. So I can pretty much stretch it. Like this itself, it's not gonna be. You'll get more of a reward from another animal if you set a trap. If you don't know how to trap, the best thing to do is just eat this. Eat the last of your food. Don't walk around. Don't. So if you're ever in a situation where maybe you're lost and your life really is at risk, you don't want to go looking around for food. If you don't know how to forage, how to hunt, how to set traps, if you're not a trapper, maybe even you know how to build a trap, but you've never trapped an animal, you never paid attention to what an animal eats, you've never studied ecology or anything like that out here, the relationship between animals, plants, soil, and everything like that. Water. It's better that you just conserve. It's better you conserve your energy. Just sit still, lay down. You're gonna spend more energy walking around, looking for food, burning it, than likely it is that you're gonna receive back. Because it's not likely that you're gonna end up being able to catch a rabbit the first time you try. And that would just be like, you could get a throwing stick, get a thick stick, not like this, but a thick stick with a little kind of like a little curve to it. Just walk around, even like a moose bone or something, and just walk around. And if you see a rabbit, don't stop. Just keep walking. Normal, it's gonna pause. It's gonna freeze when it sees you. Toss your rabbit stick at it. You're gonna whack it, grab it right away if it doesn't die, and just kill it right there. Yeah, like if you don't have experience doing anything like that, it's better to just rest. After 4 days of fasting, you're gonna end up getting your energy back. If you're healthy, you go about 40 days without eating, without like causing like any severe nerve damage. But if like say like you're on the thinner side like me, I've already lost a lot of weight. Just from like fasting, working and all that, being a workaholic, not wanting to slow down and eat and everything, just it's an issue like when I do something. But yeah, like if you have the weight on you, fast. You go 40 days without eating, and just focus on maybe just getting your water. You're not gonna go as long without water as you can, like without eating. And like if you have the means of starting a fire, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some dry brush, your tinder material, and everything like that. You're gonna get some green material, also some punk wood or whatever you can find that's gonna smoke heavily. Once you get your fire going with all your dry material, you're gonna end up dropping down like your green plant material. Drop that on top, a heavy amount, and it's right next to it. You build a big X, and that's pretty much stands for like can't go on, like help. Have a big X right there. It's that way if you ever see something coming, you have like your little rescue fire ready. You have like your signal ready, because it could just look like you're just some random like hiker, backpacker, whatever, camper, just building a fire with a lot of smoke. I'm a little curious, like what's out here tonight. I won't see anything tonight, but it's always nice just to watch the trails. Like if you go up, what's good? Just find a high point. Find a high point somewhere, and then watch the lower trails. Watch what the animals are taking, which animals are taking what, like how they're hunting and how they're stalking. Learn the trails. Start paying attention to that, like you learn how the animals move. A lot of times too, they're going from they're going from water to like their hunting grounds, or where they sleep at and all that. Pay attention to their patterns. Once you learn their patterns, go down there and check it out. See what they stopped at, what they're eating and all that. Look for like any kind of sign, like looking like the crushed branch on the crushed ends of branches, like on the broken end of branches. See if you can find like a hair, like any hairs on the inside, and that'll signify what kind of animal it is. If you saw maybe a coyote or something pass by it, and then like you look at it closely and you see the little hairs on it, those are gonna be, now you're gonna know what the coyote hairs look like. Same thing with the bear and all that, like the fox. You'll learn about what animal passed by. You can pay attention to the plants. Pay attention, like with different plants in your area. Break them and watch them right away. Like just keep monitoring them and seeing like right away, like does it change to like a brown wilted color? Does it after a couple hours, like what does it look like? Just keep monitoring it, like from seconds to minutes to hours to days, and then you're gonna end up noticing on different plants the way like that the leaves, the flowers, at the ends of the broken sticks, the way that they discolor and the way that they change, that they molt and all that. And it's going to give you an idea, once you have an understanding of a certain species, how it's affected by the climate. So the weather makes a difference too, if it's hot, if it's rainy, if it's humid, whatever. You're going to have an idea of that, and it's going to give you an idea of like how long ago the animal that, or the person that you're tracking passed by. That's pretty much it for today. I'm going to end up smashing out. Yeah, today, all I carried on me was just this. A water container, and my solo stove that has the wood burning stove nested inside of it. So actually drink this before I get going. What's important too is always hydrate. Drink water any opportunity you have. For drinking water in the heat alone, it's not that efficient. You want to make sure that you're getting your salts in also. If you're not getting like iodine in, like your minerals and all that, minerals from salt, you're gonna end up just dehydrating. If you just drink like regular water, like your Dasani bottled water, whatever, like it's filtered, it's not gonna have the minerals in it. You're gonna keep drinking water, and like the more you drink in the heat as you're sweating, you're gonna end up losing all your minerals in you. Yeah, so you're gonna end up sweating everything out, like all your nutrients. And what happens then is you're gonna start cramping. You're gonna get heat stress and all that. Your body's gonna start cramping. Once you start cramping, like you're done. And so what you could do is look for rocks. Like in certain areas, you could look for rocks, and like they'll have little deposits of salt on it. You could scrape it off with your knife, and then you could use it for cooking, or you could just put it in your water. You can just eat it like that, like, and that way you could replenish yourself with your electrolytes. Like certain plants, they also carry salt in them. I want to say, what is it called? Goose's foot. I always forget the other name for it, but they call it like goose's foot and stuff like that, like amaranth and all that. I want to say that they have small contents of salt in it, that they absorb salt. I could be wrong, but that's something that you should look into. Your local like flora and fauna, your local flora, and see like what they absorb from the soil, because they can have small contents of salt, and that'll be helpful for you. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about, or a lot of people think just replenish like by drinking regular water. But just regular water, it's not like from a stream or anything. It doesn't have the minerals in it. It's not going to really replenish you. Yeah, my other knife that I have today, peltonen or something. I don't even know what it is. It's a Swedish, no, it's a Finnish knife from Finland. That's my little neck knife. It's called the M23. I'm 23 or I'm 24. I'll end up listing it later on the description for YouTube or whatever I upload this on. And I got a whistle right here. Little wooden whistle. And my medicine pouch. Let's go ahead and cover all this. So you want to cover your fire so that way there's no tracks of you being left here. I'm just going ahead and just covering all this, like all the burnt material with sand. And even the sand that you grab, you want to make sure that that's covered up also, because if you have like your fingerprints on it, it's gonna be obvious. So what you could do is get a brush, get a plant, and just brush it. Brush like the area that you're at, and then you cover your tracks right there. Because if you're being tracked, a good trained tracker, they're gonna notice that if you had a fire going, if you say you have a rifle or something and you have it placed down, they're gonna see the butt end of it. They're gonna see like maybe like on a tree, like if you have it tied, if you have like the hammock or something tied off, if you have like a little like ridgepole or something like that, like they'll see like the area that it was at. So you want to conceal all that stuff so that way they can't find you as easy. All right, that's it.